We must consider negotiation, my son.
To the dogs with that! Hira has killed my mother. He killed your wife.
What you say is true. But many more wives and sisters will die if we take up the sword.
This cave has made a coward of you. We must fight!
To choose for oneself is simple. To choose for a nation is hard. The heaviest blade is as a feather compared to the trust of one's people. Abide with me, and listen carefully. A tyrant threatens your people. If you submit to him and become his willing thrall, your people will be shown mercy. If you attack, you and your people will be driven from your homeland and exiled to the sea. What do you do? Submission would have brought peace, yes, but at what cost? All that Yokuda was and is finds its source in the blade. We could not waver. Even so, there is always cost. I chose the sword. Many, and many were lost. Was this the greater good?
The goblins approach, my lord. They will slaughter our scouts.
We must hold this pass or the war is lost. Their sacrifice will be remembered always.
Many of our noblest warriors will be slain. How can you turn your back to them?
A goat will run if you strike it. A jackal may bite if you give chase. Only man can choose to do nothing. The path of restraint is often the hardest. I pose to you a question, one that still haunts me. You are a scout for a great army, perched on a mountainside. In the pass below, a band of enemy soldiers slowly approach the position of your dearest friend. Do you abandon your post to help your friend, or do you remain hidden to report the attack? Yes, your friend may die if you do not render aid. But if you fail to report the assault, is not the entire army put at risk? How many men could lose their lives for this one soldier? One's loyalties are truly put to the test.
The blades are forbidden. We must not use them.
Without them, our people, our civilization will die.
Taking up those blades may lead to something far worse than death.
All choices exact a toll, Wayfarer. Some are trivial, but some linger for generations. I was forced to drink from a bitter cup in my time, and all Redguards have paid the price. I wonder if you would have made the same choice. Giant goblins, beasts thought conquered by Divad, have returned. The fight goes poorly. You know the location of powerful magicked blades, but they are dangerous. They were hidden for a reason. Do you seek out the blades, or fight on without them? I acted as you would. We chose the blades and destroyed the beasts. But as a result, the Shahai, or spirit swords, were forever destroyed. Centuries of wondrous tradition was snuffed out. I must bear that weight always.
I spent my early years as a maiden of a spirit blade. as early as I can remember. Great heroes often carry the greatest regrets. They lie buried in the sand with the bones and broken blades, hidden, forgotten. I had many stories to pass on, but only one is known. Hearken to me. You have won a great battle and covered yourself in glory, but you are gravely wounded. A magical memory stone will allow you to record your last thoughts. Do you think of the battle recording history, or do you immortalize your beloved family? Family is paramount, yes, but are not all Redguards bound by blood? In immortalizing your own family, you may have robbed a civilization of one of its greatest glories. The price of legend is high. The battle is celebrated, but my family is lost.
Tuwaka tells me the heroic spirits have returned to their slumber. Ah, only Tuwaka has such knowledge, my friend. I could barely hear you from here. Luckily, Tuwaka has shared some of his wisdom with me. You show great wisdom with your choices. You pursue the deepest honor, that which is found in sacrifice. Your pursuit of the Withered Hand is proof of this, is it not so? Only know that caution is sometimes the enemy of progress. What? No! I simply thought you'd like to know what Tuwaka thought of you. He is an excellent judge of character. No. The real lesson of these heroes is that legend always carries a price. You must be prepared to pay that toll when it comes. Tuwaka extends his hand. You need only enter the portal, and you will be transported back to the desert below.
Please, tell me you have seen her. Shiri, the scholar's apprentice. Have you seen her? She had the ancient text from the Withered Hand necromancer at Tava's Blessing. She was supposed to go back to Bergama, but she never made it. We knew Shiri believed the Third Ward was here, and that you came this way, so we were hoping. Alas, there is one other place she might be, but I am too weak to make the journey. Will you take on the search for Shiri in my stead? It is not just Shiri. It is the text she found at Tava's Blessing. Scholar Zorre says it must be kept away from the Withered Hand. Shiri has a cousin in Satakalam, Nahira. Please, you must go and see if Shiri is there. Thank you, my friend. Prince Azaz said you were indispensable. I now see why. You do an old soldier a great favor by helping. I hope Shiri is not hurt, and even more so, I hope that text has not been taken again by the Withered Hand. I do not know, but it is all we have to go on. Scholar Zorre was almost certain Shiri would have come here, but she suggested Satakalam as her next guess. Shiri was not close to her cousin, but Zorre said she planned to visit Nahira someday. She needs to take that text she found in Tava's Blessing and bring it back to Zorre and Bergama. If you are willing, I would suggest you escort the girl there yourself. She seems to have a talent for getting lost. I was beset by many troubles on the journey from Tava's blessing. Scorpions, dune rippers, and then, not far from here, I was ambushed by the withered hand. I managed to kill the dirty dogs, but not before they had hurt me pretty good. Yes. Yes, I just need time to rest, to eat, and to properly bandage my wounds. Finding Shiri is too important, though. I would have made myself go on, however slowly, if you were not here.
This bird'll do nicely. No end to those winged rats. Not that I'm complaining. Every feather's worth a fortune in gold to us now. You one of the magistrate's charges? I'm only shooting the ones in town, don't worry. Don't think about trying to cut in. Danim's got an exclusive relationship with the magistrate. She gets wind of any shenanigans. Not my concern. I get paid for feathers regardless. Go talk to some of the townsfolk if you're that curious. The magistrate's the one who runs this town. Tell him I've got some more feathers coming his way.
I'll be right down. You're a new face to me, unlike that flappy buzzard over the barn. What? These birds aren't aggressive. I've had horses do more damage to me than any harpy. And I've had more trouble with these mercenaries than I've ever had with either steed or bird. I saw them steal 4 sacks of good grain from Zilron, a Khajiit merchant. And in the magistrate's name, mind you. Him? Ran off, no doubt. Who knows what he does, or where he hides after he's run amok in the market. He trades more than just grain, if you ask me. You won't be the only one looking for that furry-tailed wretch.
It is rare for General Coda to offer word of praise. He speaks highly of you.
This inn used to be the jewel of Kozenset. It will take months to recoup our losses, maybe years.
Not everyone likes shopping for their home. I get it. Really, I do. Just pick something so we can both get on with our day.
reputation can be tough to live up to.
Woe is Zilron, beset by a winged menace. I've been found. Oh, but you are neither Harpy nor Gold Coast Fiend. What a relief. You would be too if you heard those beasts. Those screeching, pecking, clawing beasts. This one had hoped the mercenaries would take care of our birdwoman problem. But no, now Zilron has two problems. Oh yes, they help themselves to my gold and my goods, and sometimes they help against the Harpies. So, I wait here. Sooner or later, one of Zilron's problems will go away.
What are you doing, Foreman?
Me? I'm just practicing, nothing more.
Better not shoot any harpies. That's our job. And you don't want to take our... What are you looking at? Get lost.
Keep one eye to the skies, friend. The Harpies like to swoop down and grab whatever's light enough to carry. I've lost 2 hats and a goat to the feathered villains. Only after they've sucked you dry. I refused to pay their protection fee, and the next day my house was ransacked. I'll keep my own watch for Harpies coming near from now on. Except entertainment, I can only guess. It's not like one can ask a beast why it acts so. It is simply its nature.
The Harpies are much bolder. We need more coin, for supplies and the like.
I've heard disturbing rumors about your methods.
Have you heard about the travelers stirring up trouble in town? And look who's here. Keep your opinions about our work to yourself.
Dealing with the Harpies as fast as we can, I assure you. Now please, address any specific complaints to one of the guardsmen. Nothing. I have things under control. Got a reliable group to protect the town until we're self-sufficient again. And please, don't say anything to Danim. She can get upset when the end of her tenure is brought up. We've never had incident with the Harpies over the years. But now, it's completely different. Animals carried off, houses destroyed. They've gone into a rage. There's no reasoning with beasts. So, that leaves us but one recourse. Death and attrition. The 2 greatest enemies. Our guards either fell to the withered hand, or one of the other perils of being a guardsman. It's my responsibility to keep this town safe, so I look to other sources. Danim doesn't like competition, and I'm certainly not going to endanger our business arrangement. If I were you, I would keep my stay here brief. Now, if that's all, I'm sure you can see yourself out.
Father, you need to know what's going on out there. Who is this? Someone come to help?
Enough. I have no patience for your theories.
Fine. If you want the truth,
Come talk to me. Meet me at my house. It's at the edge of town, past the smithy. I'll tell you everything I know. See you soon, I hope. It's not safe to talk in the streets. Now I can speak openly. Be at ease. The mercenaries dare not enter my home uninvited. I watched you long before you spoke to my father, Magistrate Andrin Atlahil. You spoke to people in town and listened to their answers. Are you actually interested in helping? The Gold Coast mercenaries, our supposed saviors from the Harpies, are our problem. They extort and steal from the good people here. And what's more, they've done nothing but make our Harpy issues worse. I'm the magistrate's daughter, raised here, though now I am a traveling merchant. I came back when I heard of the town's troubles. My father insisted he had it under control. Now I'm doubly sure I returned at the right time. The Gold Coast mercenaries, our supposed saviors from the Harpies, are our problem. They extort and steal from the good people here. And what's more, they've done nothing but make our Harpy issues worse. Since Danim and her friends arrived, the Harpies are angry with the town. They're usually nothing more than flying rats. The Harpies can attack, yes, but only when provoked. And I know the mercenaries are the ones who've provoked them. The mercenaries hid Harpy eggs around Kozenset. Naturally, the Harpies want the eggs back. That's the root of the town's Harpy trouble. We must find and return their eggs so one problem's solved. But first, follow me upstairs. Don't be frightened. This is a friend. The Harpies are not our enemies. Will you help me convince the others? I rescued her from them. The mercenaries killed her mother and the other chicks in her brood. This creature had done no wrong, yet they would kill her to be paid for her feathers. I couldn't stand by and let that happen. Could you? It's the right thing to do, for us and them. I'll be waiting in the town square for you if you're willing. What do you say? Thank you. I can't do this on my own, and my father won't listen to me until I have proof. I don't think the eggs will be proof enough, but at least they will be safe. She comes and goes as she pleases. This is a wild creature, after all. I do not even name her, for she isn't mine. Once their eggs are back in their eyries, the Harpies won't attack Kozenset. And then we can deal with those mercenaries. Bring me the eggs. I'll wait for you by the town's well. Even though it's in the open, many people exchange goods there, so it won't look suspicious.
So hungry. Take pity on me.
I had to be honest with you, Faraj. It's not what I wanted to hear. So it's either the money or your teeth. I'll give you a minute to decide which.
More was smiles on charity. Don't leave much. It's not that much to ask. Spare any coins? Go on.
I've lost everything.
I'm desperate.
You're quite light on your feet. Let me see the eggs. Thank you for doing this. I'm sure not all of the eggs survived, but the least we can do is return them to the Harpies. I don't have proof, but I know it was the mercenaries that did this. Who else could be so cruel? Hold a moment. Someone's coming.
Go back to selling trinkets, leisure. You do your job and we'll do ours.
You hid those eggs on purpose, didn't you?
Say no more, child. We haven't time for troublemakers.
They're up to something. They must be. We have to find out what they're doing. The mercenaries go in and out of the warehouse next to my home. There's got to be a reason. Why don't you go there and find out what they're doing? One of them will let slip what their game is. Hide somewhere and listen to their chatter. I'll take these eggs back to my house for now. We can go to the Eyrie later to put them back.
This is getting tiresome. I almost preferred the harpies.
Harpies are the least of your problems if you don't pay up.
We've got your gold. No need to make threats.
Let's see it then. Better not have shorted me.
It's all there. We don't want to end up like the others.
Good. I'll be back next week. Prices might be going up.
Come on, ur-mage. Merciful Ruka, how long must we put up with these thieves? You are the responsible one. I told her not to trust those creatures, and now look what's happened. My daughter was stolen away by the Harpies. She and several other people from Kozenset. Their blood is on your hands. Deneen told me about your meddling. Not yet. They say they must prepare for another raid by the Harpies before they send anyone out on the sands. It's only right that you find my daughter, since you helped her get into this mess. Outside town, on the hillside, where they keep their Eyries. Feeding our people to their young, no doubt. And you instigated this attack.
father alive. I thought they might have taken you, too. Some. The mercenaries decided I was worth more dead than alive. They threw me out with a few others, beaten and bound. That's when the jackals came. Thanks to the harpies, I didn't end up like the others. Well, this one did, and she brought some of her friends. They chased away the jackals and brought me to shelter. We must stop the mercenaries before any more innocents die, whether harpies or villagers. We don't need any more bloodshed. If there's a way we can end this without fighting, we must. I have an idea. Find my father. Ask that harpy out there to get you to town. I'll be behind you.
You're here! Did you find my daughter? What? That's ridiculous. Why would they want to abduct the very people I'm paying them to protect? I will. Where is she? Is that her over there?
What nerve! Running your mouth right in front of me.
You've disgraced our town long enough.
Ugh! A rotten egg? Don't think this is over, child.
Gather everyone who will stand with us to drive these bad eggs out of town. Father, the dead can't offer their forgiveness, but I can. Stand with us.
I curse the day the Harpies first attacked our town.
That's the one Leisure said to wait for. Let's go! About time we ran these charlatans out of our town.
Leisure said you'd come. Let's head to the guardhouse.
The harpies are congregated around this building. Looks like the mercenaries took something every bit as valuable as the harpies' eggs. I've no idea, but we need to restore goodwill with our flying neighbors. Even my father is in there to negotiate the mercenaries' departure. They should be out soon. The villagers, I mean. They want to cast Danim from the town themselves. She's a coward and a bully. Once her nature's revealed, my father won't let her back into Kozenset. We'll need to return whatever she took to the harpies on the balcony. Head inside and find it. I'll try to convince them we're all friends.
Take your hands off me! Your pitiful town won't survive without our protection.
We can do without you. Go, and never return.
And we'll run out anyone else who tries to bully us, too.
May the sands take your accursed town!
If we see you again, we'll throw you to the Harpies. The Harpy's matriarch. Is this the reason they started attacking in the first place?
Keep it down. You'll wake the dead.
I don't know if the Harpies will ever be able to trust us. Maybe this is the first step. What do you think? Who knows how long those fiends kept the Harpies agitated, just to take advantage of this town. If I hadn't returned when I did and gotten your help, they'd continue to terrorize my people and these Harpies. Give her to me. I still need to return their eggs, so I'll take her as well. Looks like I'll be around for a while. Though we disagree on many things, my father will need help regaining the town's trust. And I miss this place. Harpies and all.
Can never have enough of that. Lucky fetcher. I only ever seem to find musty grain and spuds.
Now here's one who I know is loyal to the king. It's good to see you again, my friend. You're going to find this hard to believe, but the damned Imperials are here. They've seized control of the city. For the moment, at least. They're in league with the damned Withered Hand. As if we didn't have enough necromancers to deal with already. No matter what, we can't allow the Imperials to get a foothold here. We're going to take the city back and kill them. All of them. I'm glad I have one of us fooled. The Imperial Curs actually have one up on us. They're holding hostages, and the king doesn't want their blood on his hands. I need someone, an official, to go in and free the hostages. What do you say? Your loyalty to the crown will be rewarded, my friend. You have my word. I can even make this easier for you. Wear this Imperial armor, and you should be able to walk around the city unnoticed. Don't know exactly. Our spies in Cyrodiil knew nothing about it. I suspect they've been in league all along, though. Probably some necromancer treaty they all signed in blood or something. Either way, my blade doesn't discriminate. Generally speaking, I'm sure they are. But I'm more concerned about the Withered Hand. Those evil bastards won't rest until they've killed every last one of us. We can't fight the Imperials if we're all dead. There are 4. Lord Zagari, Magistrate Govan, Shamon al-Sentinel, and Lady Moyaltha. I'll mark your map where they're being held. The flea-bitten Imperials have blocked many of the ground-level doors, so I suggest taking the bridges. I don't think they will. The Imperials think strategically. They took the hostages to protect themselves, and they don't want to give that up. If they do kill them, well then, that just means we can go ahead and attack. Here you go. This should help you get around the city unnoticed while you're freeing the hostages. Be wary, though. Some of the Imperials may not be so easily fooled. They've gone from bad to worse. The Horajad can't even go out in public without getting heckled, crazy as it sounds. The damn crowns have people believing that if the king steps down, the Withered Hand problem will just go away. I heard. Prince Azaz singing your praises all across the desert. The prince might be headed here soon. I hope so, and I hope the 2 of you can find that last Anse ward.
Don't be offended. He hates everyone. Sometimes. He hears voices in his head.
You dirty pig. Whatever you do to me, I will be avenged. You people were fools to even set foot upon Alakir's sands. Wait, you're not an Imperial, are you? Good. I don't think I could have tolerated another day up here. I'm afraid of heights, you know. I trust the other hostages are being freed as well.
If we do not end this war, it will end.
That's not a stew pot.
Whatever it is you people seek to accomplish, your efforts will be to no avail. Wait, you're no Imperial. Are you with King Faharajad's army? Alas, I never dreamt I would say it, but I swear eternal loyalty to King Faharajad. We must cease this crown against forebear business. We must be united against the Imperials. By the gods, I swear that you infidels will all die. You will find that Red Guards are not merciful. Hold on. You're no Imperial. Does this mean we're going to take the city back? Ah, Thoda. I know him well. That's very encouraging. I've been listening to their strategies. I can give the General some good insights into how to plan the attack.
You filthy dog. You can hurt me if you wish, but I swear you will pay for attacking our city. To Waka's breath, you are not one of them. Did the king send his army then? These Imperials could launch a full invasion if they are not stopped. Then we must move with haste. The Imperials are using a secret passage to enter the city. If we can collapse the passage, we can stop them from sending reinforcements. There are old smuggling tunnels that run beneath the mountains from Bankorai to Sata Kalam. I believe the entrance to one of these tunnels lies beneath Magnifico Korshad's manor. I believe he betrayed us to the Imperials. Everyone else was killed or kept hostage, but I saw Magnifico Korshad walking freely among the Imperials. You should search his manor at the northeast edge of the city. That may put the Imperials on alert, though, so free all the hostages first.
You wear Imperial armor, but I can see in your face that you are not one of them. Perhaps you will understand my misery then. This was the most beautiful temple in all Alakir, before the Imperials came. I do not know if it can be restored. Because they are worshippers of Molag Bal. They spit on our faith. They spit on our culture. They spit on our gods. Not only did they kill the other priests, but they ransacked the building, taking everything of value and destroying the rest. I don't know. Perhaps. All these other things can be replaced, but they took the temple's relics, sacred ornaments that date back to the time of the regatta. If you could reclaim these relics, that would be a start. If you can restore our relics, perhaps my faith will return, and we can restore the temple. There are 3 relics missing. They represent body, mind, and spirit. The Sword of Shabnam, Majil's Scroll, and the Lamp of the Sarakalam. I would gladly trade places with any of them, and I tried. I begged the Imperials to take my life, but they left me. They wanted me to stay here and suffer with the knowledge of my useless faith. They are the sacred tokens of this temple. All temples have relics to honor the gods, but these are specific to us. They were dedicated centuries ago when the temple was built. They represent the aspects of the Red Guard in mind, body, and spirit. Sadly, I do not know. The Imperials have stolen them and taken them I know not where. Perhaps we must trust in the gods. If it is their will that the temple be restored, they will guide your steps.
We should throw dice for gold. Interested?
This person is our enemy. Quickly, kill the intruder!
Sometimes a little lie saves a ton of explanation.
Whoever you are, I rejoice that you have come to my rescue. The Imperials have kept me locked in here. I deemed it likely that they would seize control of all Alakir, and there would be nowhere to flee to. Yes, it's true, but only because resisting would have been to no avail. They sought to use my manor as their command center. They would have slain me if I had not complied. Coming in, I do not have any insight on this. I have been contained here in the manor the whole time. I did not even witness the Imperials marching into the city. Yes, but please don't hurt me. I did. I permitted the Imperials to use the smuggling tunnel beneath the manor, but I regret it now. There's a hatch below. Take the key. Do whatever you wish. There are barrels of kindle pitch down in the tunnel. If you place them near the supports and ignite them, that should collapse the tunnel. I am very sorry for what I have done. Perhaps you could permit me to leave?
I seem to be making a lot of enemies lately.
Weapons sharp and close.
Light it up!
Us.
I cannot complain. That does not seem to stop.
I'm hurt!
You return. I cannot believe. Do you have the relics? I did not believe. I prayed and prayed, but felt nothing. I was convinced the gods had deserted me. But you are their sign to me. You must act with the honors, of course. Replace the relics on their respective altars. I believe I can sense the gods returning already. I lost my faith, but you have restored it. No, you have done enough. More than enough. You have restored the temple's treasures. These relics were all that was here when the temple was built, and they are all that is needed for it to be rebuilt.
We should throw dice for gold. Interest?
What happened here? This is terrible. Did the Imperials do this? I hope Shiri was not here. Did you find any evidence that she visited? The leaders of the Withered Hand? But that would mean Shiri is one of them too? A necromancer? You think... Tears of Set, with that text, and we have no idea where she is. This is unthinkable. Shiri came to me only a few months ago, but she seemed so dedicated. Of course she was. She was studying the Ansei wards. How could I not have seen this? I hope we find her before she does something terrible. It was not easy. I had to sneak by the Imperials, but I was worried about the book Shiri was carrying. I was worried the Withered Hand would get their hands on it. Unfortunately, though, it seems they already had it. I'm not sure. Perhaps the Motalian necropolis? Her father's remains are there. Yes, that may be where Shiri has gone. It is just on the other side of Sata Kalam. After the Imperials are driven out of the city, getting into the necropolis will be easier. I just don't know. Her brothers are dead, and we have recovered 2 of the Ansei wards. Does she have the 3rd? Is the Withered Hand now under her command? Was it all along? There are so many questions. I will need time. Time we don't have.
Don't be offended. He hates everyone.
I cannot complain, but that does not seem to stop me.